Once upon a time, this drink was impossible to find. Shelves were empty, resellers were flipping bottles online for 50 bucks a pop, and kids were bragging like they'd just scored a designer sneaker. Prime wasn't just a sports drink. It was a cultural moment. But fast forward to now, and the same bottles sit untouched on clearance shelves. The hype is dead, the lawsuits are piling up, and the once unstoppable empire built by Logan Paul and KSI is bleeding out. The question everyone's asking, how did the billion-dollar dream turn into a neon-colored cautionary tale? It all started in early 2022. Influencer culture was at its absolute peak, and nobody knew how to weaponize attention like Logan and KSI. The two YouTubers, famous for their boxing match and even bigger egos, teamed up to launch what looked like Gatorade's flashier cousin. Glossy packaging, outrageous colors, fonts so loud you could hear them from across the room. The strategy was pure marketing genius. Prime wasn't designed to be a drink. It was designed to be a status symbol. Every bottle looked like a prop for your next TikTok video. Kids didn't buy it because they were thirsty. They bought it because they wanted to belong. Scarcity was the secret ingredient. Prime's team mastered the art of "you can't have it." They released limited batches that sold out instantly, flooded social media with desperate fans, and let the frenzy do the rest. Parents were driving across entire cities just to hunt down a single flavor. Stores couldn't restock fast enough. People started paying $20, $30, even $50 per bottle online. It was madness, and it worked. Logan and KSI had built the beverage world's first influencer-powered cult. The hype alone made them millions. But that was the problem. Prime wasn't built on loyalty or taste. It was built on chaos and clout. Behind the flashing lights and viral drops, the cracks were already forming. Prime launched two very different products: Hydration, which was sugar-free and caffeine-free, and Prime Energy, which packed a full 200 milligrams of caffeine per can. That's 6 cans of Coke or 2 cans of Red Bull, hidden inside packaging that looked like a Saturday morning cartoon. Parents freaked out. Schools started banning it. Nutritionists warned that kids were unknowingly drinking rocket fuel. The design screamed fun, but the contents screamed liability. Logan and KSI claimed the energy version was for adults, but the branding told another story. You can't wrap caffeine bombs in rainbow packaging and act shocked when middle schoolers want them. Then came the lawsuits, and not small ones. In one of the biggest cases, Prime's bottling partner Refresco accused them of breaching a 3-year contract, suing for a staggering $67 million. A supplier named Agana followed, claiming $13 million in unpaid ingredient costs. Other suits alleged that certain batches contained forever chemicals, toxic substances the EPA warns about in drinking water. One class action even claimed that Prime Energy cans contained more caffeine than what was printed on the label. And if that wasn't enough, they got hit with a trademark lawsuit from the U.S. Olympic Committee after releasing a Kevin Durant Team USA bottle without permission. That one reportedly cost another few million to quietly settle. Add it all up, and you're staring at over $90 million in legal damage against a company that made barely $400,000 in profit last year. That's not a bad quarter. That's life support. And the lawsuits weren't the only hit. The biggest blow came when the hype finally ran out. You see, scarcity creates desire, but abundance kills it. Once shelves stayed stocked, once you could buy Prime anywhere, the magic vanished. It wasn't a flex anymore. It was just another bottle next to Gatorade. The resale market collapsed overnight. Influencers who once bragged about having rare flavors suddenly deleted their posts. The internet moved on, and Prime's biggest weapon, attention, turned against them. Memes started calling it chemical juice and failure fuel. Even the die-hard fans stopped defending it. Suddenly, what was once the hottest drink on the planet became a joke. The numbers prove it. In the UK, Prime's revenue fell from roughly £122 million in 2023 to just £33 million in 2024, a 70% drop. Net profits collapsed by more than 90%, down to just a few £100,000. In the US, sales dropped another 40%, and retailers began quietly scaling back orders. You can walk into any Walmart or Target right now and see the evidence. 12 packs marked down from $25 to $8. Still gathering dust, distributors are cutting ties. Warehouses are full, but shipments are slow. Even investors have started backing out, quietly selling their stakes to avoid being caught in the fallout. The brand that once symbolized coolness now represents everything wrong with viral marketing. Health officials call Prime the poster child for influencer negligence. Nutrition experts call it a ticking time bomb. Politicians are calling for stricter labeling and bans on marketing to minors. The FDA hasn't pulled the plug officially, but it doesn't need to. The damage is already done. The trust is gone, and once that happens, there's no comeback campaign strong enough to fix it. You can rebrand, release new flavors, or throw money at promotions, but you can't rebuild faith overnight. The decline was so public that even Logan and KSI seemed unsure how to react. They tried to spin the story online, posting videos defending their formula and denying the chemical rumors. Logan even called some of the lawsuits frivolous cash grabs. But when you're losing millions and your own fans are roasting you on TikTok, the damage control doesn't hit the same. Every defense clip just fueled more memes, more backlash, more disbelief. And while Logan might be used to controversy, this one wasn't something he could box his way out of. The internet had already decided Prime was over. What's left today isn't a powerhouse. It's a warning. You can still spot the bottles on shelves, usually shoved to the bottom, next to forgotten diet sodas and expired protein chips. The UFC and Arsenal still carry the logo, but the shine's long gone. No one's flipping them for profit anymore. The resale hype is dead. The fans moved on. Prime is the ghost of influencer glory, a brand that mistook virality for longevity. The same energy that launched it into superstardom ended up being the poison that brought it down. And here's the truth. Prime didn't fail because people hated it. It failed because it was never built to last. The whole empire was designed for attention, not retention. It sold excitement instead of loyalty, image instead of quality. When the trends shifted, there was nothing left to hold on to. No core community, no consistent customer base, just a memory of chaos, lawsuits, and caffeine. In a world where online fame burns brighter and faster than ever, Prime became the perfect case study of what happens when the hype runs out before the business matures. Even the influencers who once swore allegiance have gone silent. TikToks promoting the drink disappeared. YouTubers stopped unboxing the latest flavor. The same crowd that screamed Team Prime now mocks it for clout. It's almost poetic. The brand that thrived on social validation got destroyed by it. Every new attempt at a comeback, every flashy flavor, every new collab just reminds the internet how far the brand has fallen. The tragedy isn't that Prime collapsed. It's that it never really stood on solid ground in the first place. Now the once mighty empire exists only as a whisper. A bright logo fading on a discount shelf. A cautionary tale about what happens when attention becomes addiction, when hype replaces honesty, and when influencers mistake virality for business acumen. Prime started as a dream, two creators turning fame into fortune, and ended as a lesson every marketer should memorize. Buzz dies, but bad business decisions live forever. So what do you think? Were you part of the Prime craze when it ruled the internet? Do you think it was doomed from the start, or just unlucky? Drop your thoughts below, because this story isn't just about a drink. It's about an entire generation learning that you can't sip on clout forever.